campaign season now comes to a halt. I think yesterday the election results were officially certified.
Right.
What does the future of Bolingbrook look for you in your views, your passions, whatever that may be?
Wow, that's a very good question, Michael. We certainly have a very solid infrastructure in place, and I think, whether you are an opponent in this race or no matter who you are, I think everyone agrees that we have a great, solid infrastructure in place within the village of Bolingbrook that we can now build on, right? Now it's about tweaking. Now it's about continuing to build on our economic development base, our retail development base, ensuring that, as vacancies come available, that we refill them as quickly as possible. Continue to try to keep the tax burden down on the residents obviously has to be a focus. That's one of the big things we heard about. And while, that may not always, or it is not totally the village's responsibility there are many different taxing bodies, but the village can certainly do their part in continuing to provide top-notch constituent services, but, keeping that levy flat. And as a matter of fact, the tax levy is frozen from this year to next year, so I think that's a key point, and that shows that, the village is working and its leaders are working very hard to try to keep that tax burden down. I'm real big on education. I'm real big on youth mentorship. Personally, I'd like to see a focus on the technology. So, science, technology, engineering, and math for our youth, as an example. I like to see the village play some role in that. Obviously, we aren't the Board of Education,
Sure.
but we can collaborate. We can initiate some programs. We can, maybe garner support from the business community and try to establish some programs, but not only for the youth, but also for our adult population.
Absolutely.
Who may be looking to recreate their professional career. Maybe they want to sharpen their technical skills. So technical training for our adult population is something that, whether I'm in elected office or not, I like to have a hand in and be involved in that sort of thing. And I see that as, speaking of which, Mayor Rahm Emanuel, Chicago, real big focus on making Chicago sort of the Silicon Valley of the Midwest, right?
Sure.
So why can't Bolingbrook, be aligned with that in some capacity? We have a great hotel base, a great business base. The infrastructure is in place. We can be a player in the technological industry.